At Arizona State University, we're bringing world-class education from our globally acclaimed faculty to you. Earn your degree from the nation's most innovative university. Online. That's a degree better. Learn more at asuonline.asu.edu.
Have you ever been, scrolling online, maybe looking up an old favorite celebrity, and suddenly this weird search suggestion pops up, something like, "Is celebrity name dead?"
Oh, yeah. It happens all the time. It's a strange one.
It really is. And for one of the most, truly larger-than-life figures in entertainment history, it seems to happen constantly.
You're absolutely right. For years now, really, there's been this almost viral thing online, queries about the supposed death of wrestling icon Hulk Hogan.
Right.
Searches like Hulk Hogan death, how did Hulk Hogan die, or just plain, is Hulk Hogan dead? They just keep popping up.
And that's exactly why we're doing this deep dive today. We've gathered a whole stack of sources, articles, some research, current online search trends. And our mission really is to cut through all that digital noise, that fog. We want to unpack the reality behind these rumors that just won't quit.
Yeah.
And explore the genuinely fascinating, very complex story of one of wrestling's most enduring and, let's be honest, sometimes controversial figures.
And look, let's just get the absolute core truth out there right away. Right up front.
Please.
As of today, Friday, July 25, 2025, Hulk Hogan, real name, Terry Gene Bollea, born August 11, 1953. He is unequivocally alive and well.
Alive and well.
That's the undeniable fact. That's what we're here to confirm, first and foremost.
Right. But this deep dive, it's about way more than just, debunking a hoax.
That's funny.
We're going to journey through his incredible career, delve into the very real personal struggles he's faced, look at the major controversies that have certainly cast a shadow on his public life, and ultimately talk about his lasting impact. So, yeah, let's start by clearing up that digital fog for good.
Okay. So all those reports, all those search queries you see suggesting Hulk Hogan has passed away, they are completely false. 100%.
It's totally fabricated.
Totally. There hasn't been a single credible news outlet, not TMZ, not WWE's own news, no major sports networks, nothing confirming his passing.
So things like Hulk Hogan dies at 71 or, did Hulk Hogan passed away in 2025?
Pure fiction. They're just fabrications, often designed, frankly, to mislead people for clicks.
What's fascinating, though, is why. Why him specifically? Why do these rumors keep bubbling up about Hogan? Is it just random, or is there something about him?
That's a really key question. It seems to be a mix of things, actually.
Okay.
First off, he is 71 years old, and he's had a very public history of health issues, numerous surgeries.
We'll definitely get into those later.
Right. So there's this sort of morbid curiosity that can build up around aging stars, especially ones known for their physique. People track their health.
It's like we can't quite believe larger-than-life figures are mortal, too.
Exactly. And that speculation, unfortunately, becomes prime territory for false rumors.
That makes sense. And I've noticed, too, sometimes it seems like genuine confusion. Like when other wrestling legends from his era pass away, Andre the Giant, Randy Savage, the Iron Sheik just recently.
Oh, absolutely. People get mixed up, especially casual fans. They hear a wrestling legend died, maybe one Hogan famously fought, and they misattribute it.
It's like a ripple effect of misinformation.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And then you layer on his controversial past, the steroid stuff the Gawker lawsuit we'll discuss, that keeps him in the news cycle constantly. So there's always this appetite for any news about him, good or bad. And sadly, that includes death hoaxes. His own controversies almost train people to expect dramatic updates.
And you mentioned the clickbait sites, too.
Oh, definitely. Unscrupulous websites know his name gets traffic. So they create these sensational, completely false headlines. And the algorithms, they just amplify it because people are clicking. They don't know true from false.
Okay, so just to hammer it home one more time.
Yeah.
He is alive. In 2025, he's living mainly down in Clearwater, Florida. He's even got his store there, Hogan's Beach Shop.
Yeah, still very much a public presence.
He maintains that visibility, and while his health, it needs managing, and we will talk about the physical cost of his career, there's no immediate life-threatening situation that we know of publicly.
Correct. And if you're looking for legitimate news, you'd hear it from reliable sources, likely his current wife, Jennifer McDaniel, or his kids, Brooke and Nick.
Yeah, not some random website.
This whole situation, these constant Hulk Hogan dead searches, it really just highlights a bigger problem, doesn't it?
It really does.
How do we navigate all this information or misinformation online? His story is like a case study in needing to be critical, pause, question the source.
Dig deeper than just the headline.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's step back from the rumors now. It's truly amazing when you trace Terry Bollea becoming Hulk Hogan. I mean, that journey, it's one of pop culture's most incredible stories.
It really is.
How did Hulkamania actually begin? What made it explode like it did?
Well, it was his charisma, wasn't it? That, look, the persona, it just connected. It launched Hulkamania, and, I mean, it fundamentally changed wrestling forever. It became this blend of sport and pure entertainment like never before.
He started getting noticed nationally, early 80s, but it was in the WWF, now WWE, under Vince McMahon that he just exploded.
Right.
Winning the WWF Championship from the Iron Sheik in 1984, that's widely seen as the official start, right? The dawn of Hulkamania.
Absolutely. And the Hulkster persona itself, instantly iconic. The yellow and red, the bandana, tearing the shirt, flexing.
Your cup, the ear thing.
Yeah, and the signature moves, the big boot, the leg drop. It just clicked with everyone, but especially kids.
Oh, totally. I remember being a kid, everyone had a yellow Hulkamania shirt or one of those bandanas. It was everywhere.
And his appeal went way beyond just wrestling fans. He became a genuine mainstream celebrity.
Right, movies like Rocky III with Stallone.
Thunder in Paradise.
Yeah.
His own cartoon show, Hulk Hogan's Rockin' Wrestling. This is totally new ground for a wrestler back then.
He headlined so many WrestleManias, but WrestleMania 3 in 87, slamming Andre the Giant, all 500 pounds of him, in front of like 93,000 people.
Electric. That moment cemented him as this kind of American hero figure, sold out the Pontiac Silverdome, just massive.
And the catchphrases, "What are you just going to do, brother? Say your prayers, take your vitamins." They were everywhere.
Cultural touchstones. And he had great foils, too, during that era.
Yeah.
Randy Savage, Macho Man, Jimmy Hart, the Mouse of the South.
Yeah, great rivalries. And he even crossed paths with guys like Stone Cold Steve Austin later on, showing how long his influence lasted.
But then came the big twist, the move that absolutely shocked everyone.
Oh, yeah. 1994, he jumps ship to the rival company, WCW.
And then in 96, the huge character change. He turns heel, becomes the bad guy.
Joining up with Kevin Nash and Scott Hall.
To form the New World Order, the NWO.
Hollywood Hogan. I still remember the gasps. Trading the red and yellow for black and white, this arrogant, swaggering villain. It was such a pivot.
It totally was. And that edgy, rebellious persona completely revitalized his career. And crucially, it helped WCW for a time actually beat WWE in the ratings.
The Monday Night Wars.
Exactly. It created one of the most impactful storylines wrestling has ever seen. NWO Hulk Hogan was just this dominant, cool, bad guy force.
And that era also helped launch other huge stars, right? Like The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, John Cena. They came up during or shortly after that NWO boom. His presence just elevated the whole industry.
Definitely. And eventually, he did come back to WWE, early 2000s, more of a part-time nostalgia run.
But still huge reactions.
Oh, yeah. Rekindled Hulkamania for a new generation, even with injuries and a lighter schedule. Just him showing up was a massive deal. It shows that connection he built.
His career spanned decades, influencing so many wrestlers. Triple H, The Undertaker, Glenn Jacobs, who actually became a mayor.
Mayor of Knox County, Tennessee, yeah. It just demonstrates how deep his roots go in wrestling and pop culture.
Okay, so we've seen the myth, the magnetism of Hulkamania. But what happens when that character steps out of the ring? That's where Terry Bollea's real life often got just as dramatic, maybe even more so than any wrestling angle. Let's dive into that often tumultuous, very public life outside the ropes.
Indeed. And a lot of that became very public through his reality show, Hogan Knows Best. Ran from 2005 to 2007, I think.
Yeah. Featured his wife at the time, Linda Hogan, daughter Brooke, son Nick.
And it gave this, well, maybe slightly manufactured, but still unfiltered glimpse into their family life.
It definitely showed a side of them, but maybe also hinted at the tensions simmering beneath. His first wife, Linda Claridge, married from 83 to 2009.
Right.
And that divorce was messy, very public, very acrimonious. You still see searches for Linda Hogan net worth, often tied back to the settlement details.
And his kids were in the spotlight, too. Brooke Hogan pursued music and acting. There's always public interest, you know, Brooke Hogan husband and things like that.
And Nick Hogan, his son, had that really serious car accident back in 2007. Left his passenger with permanent injuries. Huge legal troubles for Nick followed.
Yeah, those events were widely covered.
Yeah.
And definitely added another complex layer to Hogan's public image, the family's image.
Then in 2010, Hogan married Jennifer McDaniel. She's his current wife, so if people search Hulk Hogan's wife now, it's referring to her. Okay, let's shift to the physical side. Because despite that incredible physique, the superhuman persona, Wrestling took a brutal toll on his body.
Oh, undeniably. The man has endured countless injuries, so many surgeries, mostly back and hips. You see Hulk Hogan health updates pop up pretty often because people know he's dealt with a lot.
How many surgeries are we talking?
At least 10 back surgeries over the years, dealing with nerve damage, chronic pain. It's really affected his mobility. Plus, multiple hip replacements, knee replacements.
Whoa.
His body really paid the price for all those years of performing at that level.
And I remember seeing those cardiac arrest rumors floating around online sometimes, which just feeds into the death hoaxes we talked about.
Exactly. But no such event has ever been credibly reported as a cause of death or anything close.
Yeah.
It's speculation fueled by his known health struggle.
Right. And we also have to mention his admission to using steroids during his career.
Yeah, that came out famously.
Yeah.
It's important contextually. It was, a pretty common, though obviously controversial, practice in wrestling back in the 80s and early 90s.
But still, Hulk Hogan's steroids is part of the conversation around his health and legacy.
Absolutely.
So this really raises a big question. We've got the myth, the hero, the personal struggles. But how do these major controversies, the really dark chapters, change how people see the all-American hero he was? Was there a point where even his biggest fans struggled?
That's a really insightful way to put it. They absolutely complicate his legacy, no question. One of the biggest, undoubtedly, was the Gawker lawsuit.
The sex tape leak.
Right. In 2012, Gawker Media leaked parts of a sex tape featuring Hogan. He sued them for invasion of privacy.
And he won, big time.
Famously won, yeah. $140 million judgment that effectively bankrupted Gawker. And it later came out that Silicon Valley billionaire Peter Thiel had secretly funded the lawsuit.
Wow.
So the whole Hulk Hogan-Gawker thing became this landmark case about privacy, media ethics, the power of billionaires. It really shifted the landscape for online media.
But then things got even worse from that same tape, didn't they?
Yes. In 2015, transcripts from audio recorded as part of that tape became public, and they contained Hogan using racist slurs in a rant.
The backlash was immediate and severe.
Massive. WWE terminated his contract instantly, scrubbed him from their website, removed him from the Hall of Fame. The phrase Hulk Hogan racist just exploded.
It caused huge damage to his image and sparked this really wide conversation about racism, accountability, celebrity.
It really did. He did issue multiple public apologies, saying it was a moment of extreme anger and not reflective of who he is.
And WWE eventually brought him back, right? Reinstated him into the Hall of Fame in 2018.
They did. But that controversy, it definitely still follows him. It's a major part of his public story now.
And on top of all that, he's also been very outspoken politically, supporting Donald Trump. You see the searches, Hulk Hogan Trump was Hulk Hogan MAGA.
Right. And that public political alignment, like for many public figures, has further polarized how people view him, depending on their own perspectives.
So if we try to tie all this together, despite the controversies, the health issues, his place as a wrestling icon seems pretty locked in, doesn't it?
I think so. His impact on the industry and on pop culture is just immense. It's a really fascinating story of resilience, maybe reinvention too.
He really did transform wrestling, didn't he? From this sort of regional thing to a global entertainment giant.
Absolutely. His charisma, that connection with the crowd, Hulkamania wasn't just in the ring, it became a global brand. He transcended wrestling itself.
And his legacy isn't just his own matches, it's how he shaped the careers of so many stars who came later. John Cena, Triple H, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson himself credits Hogan as an inspiration.
That's true. And even people outside wrestling, like UFC President Dana White, they acknowledge Hogan's impact on just popularizing combat sports entertainment in general. His influence really spread wide.
So with a career like that, decades-long, movies, TV, merchandise, what about his finances, his net worth?
Well, all those things, the long career, big contracts back in the day, merch, the reality show, endorsements, they've definitely added up. As of 2025, Hulk Hogan's estimated net worth is somewhere around, say, $25 to $30 million.
Okay.
Which, might be less than some top athletes or entertainers today, but it reflects decades of earning power in a very demanding business.
And you mentioned earlier, sometimes you see Linda Hogan net worth search too, often linked back to their divorce settlement discussions.
Exactly. That became part of the public financial narrative as well.
And even now, in 2025, he's still out there, still a public figure.
He pops up at wrestling conventions sometimes, engages online, social media. You can often see him at his Hogan's Beach shop down in Clearwater where you live.
It seems like he's willing to engage with his past, the good and the bad, which kind of ensures he stays relevant, stays part of the conversation in WE News and just general pop culture.
It's definitely a story of resilience, reinvention, and just. Living under this incredibly intense public spotlight for, what, almost half a century now?
Incredible. So let's just say it one last time, loud and clear. As of July 25, 2025, Hulk Hogan, the living legend,
is definitively alive and well. All those Hulk Hogan death rumors, unequivocally false.
Yeah.
His career, it truly redefined an industry.
Yeah.
Created global phenomena with Hulkamania, then Hollywood Hogan and the NWO. And despite the brutal physical toll, the surgeries, the very public controversies we've discussed, he's still maintaining that public presence down in Clearwater, Florida.
It really is a story of huge success, some really significant personal challenges, and undeniable resilience. That estimated $25–30 million net worth reflects a career that honestly touched generations.
It really did.
So while the internet might occasionally jump the gun on his status, Hulk Hogan is still alive in 2025. It's a testament to that enduring spirit, that iconic status. The Hulkster lives on, brother.
You know, in this age of instant information, constant connection, Hulk Hogan's journey, it's more than just wrestling, isn't it? It's kind of a deep dive into how we perceive public figures, the power a story can have, and maybe even the truth behind what makes someone famous for so long. It really makes you think, what does his story reveal about how you consume information? How do you decide what's real out there?
That's a great thought to end on. We hope you enjoyed this deep dive. Until next time, keep digging for the truth.